This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. This show airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on YouTube. Here now is the news for September 22nd, 2025. First of all, Tom is still gone, obviously, over in Europe. I think his Norway cruise is over, and he's, I don't know, I think he's in England today. But Gertie's very sad about it. We have the Gertie cam. How are you doing? Good. She's doing great. If you want to bring Gertie home, you still can. Go to carouselofproducts.com. Obviously, we have the Magnet of the Month Club and a number of other amazing products available for you. Please check them out to help support us. Carouselofproducts.com. Walt Disney World and the Orange County Sheriff are reminding visitors and residents that firearms are still not allowed at their theme parks. Florida's First District Court of Appeal, with support from Attorney General James Uthmeyer, ruled last week that the state's ban on open carry of firearms is unconstitutional, but private businesses like Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando Resort can still restrict weapons on their property. In a statement to Florida Politics, Disney said guests are not permitted to have firearms, ammunition, knives, or weapons of any kind at Walt Disney World Resort. All guests are expected to comply with Walt Disney World Resort property rules. The Walt Disney World property rules state firearms, ammunition, knives, and weapons of any kind are prohibited. These items are once again listed on the prohibited items list alongside self-defense items like mace, pepper spray, etc., other potentially dangerous items out there. Walt Disney World Resort includes the 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, Disney Springs, and their hotels. Universal Orlando Resort policies list explosives, weapons, items that can be used as or have appearance of a weapon under their prohibited items. Orange County Sheriff John Mina also released a video on X about the open carry change. Although firearms can now be carried openly in Florida, you cannot carry openly or concealed in most government buildings, on college campuses, or passenger terminals at airports. This also goes for any private property that says you can't. Sheriff Mina said it's very important that you understand the law, and it's important to understand that private property owners can still prohibit anyone from carrying firearms onto their properties and trespass anyone who violates that rule. That includes any private residence or business or places like shopping malls, hotels, and theme parks. This seems like a no-brainer to a lot of us, I guess, if you go to theme parks a lot. I do know someone who was like really surprised that they couldn't bring their weapon to Disney Springs recently. Yep, it's off limits there too. Sorry, folks. Tickets for all but one Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party dates have been sold out. That date is Tuesday, September 30th. Tickets are $179 for ages 10 up, $190.64, and $169 for ages 3 to 9, $179.99 with tax. Discounted pricing is no longer available for pass holder and DVC members. As always, guests under the age of 3 can enter the park for free. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Magic Kingdom is from 7 p.m. to midnight. Party ticket holders can enter the park as early as 4 p.m. The park closes to non-party guests at 6. Aerial photographer BioReconstruct has shared a series of new photos highlighting the current construction projects at Magic Kingdom, particularly the progress on the Rivers of America transformation and the refurbishment of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. The first photo shared is a wide shot of the current Rivers of America demolition. This area is set to become Piston Peak National Park for the Cars-themed expansion. Recently, the first piece of track from Rivers of America was removed as the area was drained of water. Metal scaffolding also recently began going vertical in the former Rivers of America, leading us to believe that more construction walls and fencing will likely go up soon. While no visible demolition of Tom Sawyer Island has begun, several construction vehicles have arrived in that former riverbed. From another view, we can see progress on both the future Piston Peak area and dirt work for the unnamed Villains Land near the top right of the photo. The Disney Villains Land will be located beyond Big Thunder Mountain. However, not much is known about the expansion. The Evil Queen and Maleficent are expected to be represented in the land, along with other popular villains. We also learned that the land will draw inspiration from Art Nouveau style of architecture from Paris and Barcelona, etc. Moving to a closer view, 2 things are noticeable. The first is that sections of the Walt Disney World Railroad track have been removed. This may mean the track will be rerouted around that expansion, or that the area was in the way of some upcoming construction work. Maybe it'll be back Not really sure. The second is that the access bridge between Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and its service building has been lowered. We recently saw the refreshed Thunder Mountain trains in the new service barn, so Disney is likely getting closer to moving those trains to test on the new track. It also appears that silt removal has begun in several areas of the former Rivers of America. Land clearing and construction staging continue on the expansion and toward the west side of Magic Kingdom, where Walt Disney Imagineering office trailers were recently installed. Disney Eats has shared the items available at the Festival Favorites Global Marketplace for the 2025 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. The returning items arrived yesterday. That was Sunday, September 21st. The Festival Favorites booth, introduced back in 2024, serves various eats and drinks from previous festivals. It's located on the exterior of CommuniCore Hall across from Celebración Encanto. A similar booth was previously located in the World Showplace building between the Canada and United Kingdom pavilions. The foods available in the booth include potato pierogi, curry spiced fried cheese, frozen s'more, and my favorite, the Irish milkshake. If you haven't had that one and you like Bailey's, give it a shot. You can head over to our socials and see how we feel about the return of these items. The Festival Favorites booth replaces Grab and Goof, a location available for Cool Kids Summer, weeks after the official start of the 2025 EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival. Gyozas of the Galaxy, located in World Discovery near Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, will open on September 28th as another late addition to the festival. Santa Claus is moving his meet and greet location to CommuniCore Hall for the 2025 International Festival of the Holidays at EPCOT. For the last few years, Santa has met guests inside the Odyssey Pavilion during the festival. According to Walt Disney World's website, though, Jolly Old St. Nick will be moving to CommuniCore Hall for the 2025 season. The meet and greet is scheduled to take place from November 28th through December 24th, which he's busy on the 24th, usually at night. I don't know. The 25th, he's going to be sleeping, I think. That's most of the dates for the festival, minus a few days after Christmas. The times for the Santa meet and greet are 11 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 2 p.m., 3:30 p.m., and 5 p.m. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to www.nt.travel and their team will design your next magical vacation, from Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. The best part is their concierge services are 100% free. That's right, so book today. Construction is underway on the expansion of the Meadow Recreation Area at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. Meadow Swimming Pool is still open, but there are construction walls and scrim around the area. A fence covered in green scrim runs down from the pool area to the nearby canal. Yellow barriers catch construction materials and debris from floating in the water there. Brown construction walls run behind the Meadow Swimming Pool slide, leaving just a few feet of space for lifeguards. Another set of fencing and scrim is standing on the far side of the pool. The walls continue into a backstage area. There's a lot of construction in the area, so if you're staying there, we recommend familiarizing yourself with the different ways to get around. You're going to see a lot of this everywhere. The expansion will include a new zero entry pool and deck area alongside the existing pool, effectively doubling the space. There will also be a new tennis court and 2 pickleball courts. Several months after the debut of the real-life 70th Monorail and Disneyland anniversary celebration, a Monorail playset honoring the event is now available at Disneyland for $99.99. The packaging is made up of colors and designs matching that of Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration. Most of the box is bright yellow, and the decorations are blue, purple, and pink. The set, which includes over 14 feet of track, has 12 curved and 2 straight pieces that oval or circular configurations can be made from, depending on how you want to set it up. Also included are 5 monorail cars, 1 platform, 1 staircase, 2 railings, 2 benches, 1 plant, 1 clock, 15 support poles, and 4 accordion-style joints. Unlike the actual 70th Monorail wrap, this playset features several characters decorating the side panels. Goofy pops out of a star on one of the lead cars, along with Celebrate Happy. The text is bubbly and colored blue with gold outlines. On either side of the tagline are pink swirls. Mickey and Minnie in their celebration outfits are featured on the opposite lead car. Surrounding the Disneyland Resort 70 logo in bright blue, purple, and pink, Donald, Daisy, Clarabelle, Pluto, and Chip and Dale are featured on the 3 middle cars. Along the bottom of the monorail are gold, blue, and purple stacked lines that continue down each monorail car. We found the set in World of Disney at Downtown Disney. The dates for It's a Small World closure ahead of the upcoming holiday overlay are now listed on the Disneyland Resort website. According to the online refurbishment calendar, It's a Small World will be temporarily unavailable from October 30th through November 13th, meaning the last day to ride the standard version of the attraction will be October 29th. The ride will officially return on November 14th for It's a Small World holiday. The festive overlay turns each scene of the classic Disneyland attraction into a celebration of holidays around the world. Note that these dates are subject to change, so be sure to check the calendar before you finalize the plans for your trip. Paint the Night at Disneyland Park will change its operating schedule beginning in late October of 2025. Beginning on October 27th, Disneyland will close at 10 p.m. on weekdays instead of 11 p.m. As such, Paint the Night will only be performed at 8:30 p.m. Normally, it also has a second performance going back the other direction. The parade will still be performed twice on weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 8:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. when the park stays open until 11 on those weekends. This schedule will likely continue until the parade ends performances for the year. Its last 2025 performance will be on November 9th, but it's expected to return in 2026. Lighting is now being added and tested on Adventure Way as part of the expansion of Walt Disney Studios Park, which is soon to be renamed Disney Adventure World in Paris. The lampposts lining Adventure Way are now lit for the first time. This pathway is part of the Adventure Bay expansion. Adventure Bay is being added to Walt Disney Studios Park to the side of the existing park area. Surrounding the bay will be multiple expansions to the park, including both the upcoming World of Frozen and the confirmed Lion King land. Guests will access Adventure Bay and its surrounding areas via Adventure Way, this new street that will also have an attraction and a garden space. As shared by DLP Works on Instagram, the photos show the new lighting against a dusk sky. It includes some street lamps along the guest walkway, which have larger bulbs facing downward and additional lights along the top swirl of metal. However, it appears the lights nearby were also being tested, as shown by the trees also lit up with small bulbs. Spooky season has officially started at Tokyo Disney Resort, and we were greeted by this ghoulishly lovely decor for Disney Halloween at Tokyo Disneyland. Nana is there. I think she's on her way back soon, hopefully. This year, the World Bazaar is looking as dapper as a ghost host in deep teal, purple, and black vertical stripes. The central pillars each have a trio of jack-o'-lanterns with diamond accents. For a full look at all of this spooky decor, check out our site. We have a lot of photos. Crews have started installing white exterior paneling on the new Space Mountain at Tokyo Disneyland. The attraction's framework is complete, creating a silhouette similar to the classic Space Mountain. Towers of scaffolding on top of the structure surround thin spires. Paneling has been installed on the left side of the facade above a small round section. The smaller round element on the left side also has decorative spires. Scaffolding leads up to those. The panels on the front are not final facade elements. There are sections of thin white strips atop that look like tiles. A group of crew members were working on the paneling during our trip this week. There is more final paneling visible on the right side, wrapping around the back of the attraction. We got a better look at that paneling from the monorail. These are large curved white panels arranged in a row, creating a swoop across the center of the building. The old version of Space Mountain was completely demolished in April of this year after closing permanently in the summer of 2024. At that time, work was already underway on this new version. The updated version of the classic attraction is located directly behind the old attraction site, which will become a new plaza. The new attraction is rumored to be named Space Mountain Earthrise, but Tokyo Disney Resort has not made any official announcement regarding the name. It's set to open in 2027. The Oriental Land Company is spending approximately 56 billion yen, that's $437-ish million, on the attraction. The Disney Destiny has departed from the Meyer Werft shipyard to undergo sea trials ahead of its maiden voyage later this year. The Destiny celebrated its first float out earlier this year. Now the vessel will travel to Eemshaven, Netherlands, before it heads out to sea trials in the North Sea. The ship was met with a celebratory fireworks display as it made its way out of Papenburg, Germany. The ship will need to complete a series of sea trials before being handed over to Disney Cruise Line. It will likely make the transatlantic sailing to Florida in late October, possibly early November. The Disney Destiny sets off on its maiden voyage on November 20th from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The inaugural sailing season will continue for a few months following the ship's official debut and will include special gifts for Castaway Club members. We will be there for some previews, so stay tuned. We're gonna cruise on the Destiny. We're pretty excited about it. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that didn't make it onto today's show, be sure to check WWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who help make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.